Okay, hello friends. YouTube says we're live, so hopefully that's true. Like the 15 millionth time is the winner, right? So camera is slightly crooked, so I'll try to remain straight in line for all of this. Yeah, I have these super cutest cards for you guys today. So before, oh goodness. So sorry. I'm a bit discombobulated. Traffic was terrible today because Rose Festival has started, and so we had 7 ships come into town, and that means bridge lifts galore, which means traffic galore. So I did not get to have any chill time really once I got home. So let's talk about a couple of specials before we get to the cards. Because yeah, I think they're pretty cool, and I think you will too. We did talk about them last week. I do also want to show you the Dreamin' paper pack. Now, this has been available for a month already. Some of the specials that went along with it are no longer available, but the paper pack is available. The sticker sheet is available. The stamp set and the stencil are all still available. And so I wanted to show them to you guys because I don't know how well they'll carry over on excuse the beeping. I don't know how well they'll carry over on camera, but I bet you it's probably better than just the picture online. But anyway, so special number 1 is the Melon Mania. So the melon is the color of the year. It will be retiring in August. So these are what is currently, or what has been available the entire year. The ink, free inker, shimmer brush, pearls, flowers, loose sequins, shimmer trim, ribbon. That's all on that page. What we now also have available is a bundle package, which includes all sorts of fun stuff, including this this is the coordinating cardstock with silver foil on it. Excuse my voice, the allergies have just gotten to me and it's kind of crazy. Of course, plain cardstock and glitter cardstock. And so we have a sticker sheet, the paper packet, and the stamp set. Let me so you guys have seen me pull out the melon ink pad before, right? Look, that matches really, really well. So, you know, colors kind of, at least my printer matches their printer. So this is going to have a really hard time on camera because of how sparkly it is. Okay, so this is the melon. My camera's kind of freaking out, so sorry. This is the melon glitter paper. And then I did show you, these are melon dots. And I believe, let's take a look real quick. Yes. So the melon dots are also in the book. I wonder if they're sold out. I wonder if that's why they're not on this page. I actually didn't think to check that. So the melon dots, $5.95 for the package. They are in the book. So you have the melon dots and melon pearls and melon flowers. They're all self-adhesive. They have glue dots essentially on the back of them. The loose sequins obviously do not. And of course, melon cardstock. You've seen that. So that is the Melon Mania. That is through the end of the month. We have the June stamp of the month. Mine still has not arrived, but it's on its way. So maybe next week, maybe the week following, we'll see. Super fun silhouette stamp. I've seen some fabulous examples, including these ones down here, of things made with this set. And of course, you are welcome here. You are welcome to join Close to My Heart. I would love to have you on my team. There are some fabulous people. I know people in this picture. Like, have met them in person. They are fabulous people. We have Naomi, who is one of my upline. We have Denise over here. She's fabulous. And names who I am forgetting, of course, because, you know, I want to see them. We have Pierre. Anyway. So, during the month of June, if you sign up for $25, you receive a $25 credit instantly to spend on stuff, crafty stuff galore. Almost everything is available to use with your Close to My Heart credit. You earn 25% in commissions. You get a website, all sorts of fun things. So, would love to have you on my team. If you're thinking about joining Close to My Heart, or if you already spend that much, if you already spend a good deal, that would be an idea for you. So, let's look at the Dream in paper. And my apologies, it's not Dreamin', it's Dream Maker. Alright, so I have everything kind of right here. Look at that preview. Okay, I want to go through this just super quick. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it because you guys are here for the class. But I don't want you to miss out on anything that you might like. So this is a 2-sheet stamp set. So you have some fun watercolor stuff. I'm really surprised. I actually haven't used this yet because I keep going back to my standbys that I've been using, which we actually aren't even using on tonight's cards. But these are super fabulous. Okay, so that is the stamp set. We have die cuts. I just want to show you really quick. I don't want to pull them out. It almost smells like it just started raining outside. That's so strange. So you can see the light through where they're cut. So this is black paperboard, so it's thicker than cardstock. This is the sticker sheet, as you can see. Fabulous gold foiling on it. Some great sentiments, colors. Look at that sticker right there. I definitely need a new monitor. Alright, look at this paper. Oh my goodness. We actually are using this paper today. Not a whole lot of it though. And there might be a sheet missing out of this, but that's okay because there's 2 of every sheet. So this is front and back. Front and back. Look at this beautiful rainbow. And then we have pink on the back side. We'll use this on a couple of cards today. So this one, nope, it's right there. This one I was going to use and then did not. Alright, so this is front and back of this one. This one I did use. So we have one side and then the other. And then the last in the paper pack. This is such a fun, I love this page right here. I mean, they're all beautiful, obviously. Alright, this is the stencil sheet. It's a 12 by 12 stencils. You get 4 different 6 by 6 styles of stencil sheet. Goodness, that is so hard to say. Alright, so we have just some lines. We have some leaves. Some varying size dots. And a square grid. Right? Super simple. And then we have the cardstock. So, like everything else, you have 2 sheets, and the backside is the color of the cardstock. So this would be honey butter, I believe. Maybe, I'm not sure. Alright, so we have this one. We have this gorgeous piece right here. So these are all kind of a marbled watercolor alcohol ink type look to them. They are all different. They are similar, but they are actually different. Oh, this does not want to focus. I did not pay attention, so I don't know if the other ones were in focus. I apologize. Some wisteria, 2 of those. Some ballerina. And look at this raspberry. So pretty. And then I did get a sheet of black with the bundle that I had purchased. Alright, so let's move this out of the way and get started. Excuse me. Keep that, please. All right. Let's grab the first card. Goodness. All right, first card. We are going to start with our envelope, which hopefully you can see on here. I don't actually know if you can see because my monitor is terrible, but this is stamped with the flower. It's very light. And then here is our card. Isn't that great? And then the inside, we have some more flowers. And all of these cards go together super quickly. So we are using a couple different things today. We are using the Shared Happiness and the So Happy Together on this particular card. So this one, we're actually only using it for this shape. So this stamp set is used on 2 different cards, except that we're not using the stamps, just the 2 different shapes. And then this one, so these are, as of last night, all of these are still available. So if they've sold out in that amount of time, hooray, but would also be surprising. It's surprising. I apologize. Okay. So, this card is just so much fun for me. To me. Something. Alright. What do we have? So we have, of course, our envelope and card base. You can get these in the catalog. We have 3.5 by 8.5 piece of mix-in paper packet for this wood green. I haven't used this one yet. This is the first time today. It's the first time I've used this paper. I've held off for so long, guys. It's crazy. White daisy, 3.25 by 8.25. I have 2 of this shape in case I mess up on one of them. We only need one, unless you want to thicken yours, and then you'll want more than one. And then we are using 3 different pieces of that Dreammaker paper pack. So, ooh, that would be kind of fun. A little monochromatic. That was a happy little accident. That would be kind of fun. We're going to stick with the pink. All right. Super simple. So let's get started. We are going to do these guys first so that they have a chance to dry for a few moments. Now, whenever you are stamping ink over ink, unless you are specifically going for the look, you want to give dry time between, because otherwise it'll cause wicking, and that's when your stamping gets a little bit fuzzy, or it gets little hairs on it, it looks like. So we are using a linen ink. I love this ink. It's super light, but it's still there, and it works wonderfully with Distress Oxide inks. And actually, Danielle is going to have a tutorial for you on the Let's Flock Together group tomorrow, so watch for that. And if you're not a member there, let me know. I can help you. So we're just stamping one in one corner and the other in the other corner, or I guess more end than corner, but either way. Alright, so that's that one. We're going to let that dry. Okay, and then we are going to bring in the Misty tool. So I've already lined up this stamp, right, because I had to do my sample. So what we're going to do is we are going to line up our paper in the opposite corner so that we can get just that bottom edge. So we're not going to have the frame on the card. We're just going to have just the flowers. Okay, so if we wanted to be super safe, we can put in our scratch paper. Make sure everything is lined up. Let's get this flat so we don't fling things everywhere. And you don't have to line up, or you don't have to rather ink up the whole stamp, right? You want to over ink a little bit, just in case, right? Always just in case. Make sure everything is lined up and then stamp. Grab my Misty sock. I apologize for any wobbling. I still don't have everything like set up perfectly, so that hopefully you can see that on camera. I think that you can. I think it's just my monitor makes it look like you can't. All right, and then we need our envelope and our sentiment. Our envelope, we are going to do another one of the flowers in this set. It's this one. It's so pretty, and it has a thin cut to it too. But one of the benefits of using a flower set in this manner, the way that we're doing it, is that you don't have to color. You get the beautiful flowers, but because it's a background look, nobody is expecting you to color. Alright. So there is our envelope, and it will try it lighter. See there, you can see them next to each other. So this one is the one I just stamped, and this is the one that was already stamped and had plenty of time to dry. Okay, so now we need our black and sometimes, I don't know about you, but for me, it's easier to stamp when it's a shape on a very contrasting color. So white and black, you can't really get more contrasting than that, right? But any darker color helps to be able to show you where your lines are. So hopefully I stamped that straight. Nicely done. Sorry, I'm knocking everything over. Alright, so we are done stamping for this card, and now it's time to put it together. Sorry, I have to take drink breaks. Alright, so my mono air, and also, alright, we'll use these. I don't know that these are still available, but these are, I'm going to use the squares inside the rectangle shaker foam. I don't think it's still available because the rectangles are no longer available. But it was the first one that I grabbed when I reached into my drawer. So if you've seen my videos, you know that I love the shaker foam sets because the insides are cut so that it's not a waste and you can use them on your projects. Okay, so I do have a little bit extra, so I don't know if my card was cut wrong or if I cut my piece wrong. So I'm going to bring in, ideally I could do this for both sides, but obviously I can't. And I'm just going to trim off that excess. Now, because I obviously cannot use that same one, I'm just going to go ahead and pull in my scissors. I don't want to put this into my trimmer and possibly just jagged up the edge. And so I'm just going to grab my scissors and just cut right next to my paper that's already there. And of course, I can do this with zero problems off camera, but you guys start watching and I can't do diddly. All right, so let's go ahead and do the inside. And that little knocking you heard was my daughter. And I think that they're on their way over to drop off something. So, you might hear her come in. Alright, let's go ahead and put some foam on here. So I'm not going to use the rectangles on here. I'm going to use those for a shaker card because I do have that die set still. So I will keep those for later. Those shaker card sets have excuse me, have the foam tape and the acetate in them, so you can create your shaker cards. All you have to do is add your cardstock, obviously, and whatever you want to put on the inside. Alright, so then we just line these up, and I need to trim the bottom of that one as well. So we're just going to line these up. There's probably 3/8 of an inch for this first one, and then probably 1/4 of an inch space between the next two. These pieces, I didn't actually tell you, are 1.5, I do believe. Yes, 1.5 by 3.5. The neighbors playing with a squeaky toy. I don't know how much of that you can hear. All right. Voila. So there is our card made. Our inside is done, and our envelope to match. All right. Card number 2. We have this fabulous guy. How fun is this? We have some candles on the inside, of course, and a cake on the front. So this one is super simple because it's just one strip. Well, it's not just one strip. I'll explain. All right, so of course we have the card base and envelope. We have 3 1/4 by 8 1/4 piece of white daisy for the inside. I know the inside is already white, but it just gives a little bit of stability to the card and a little bit more decoration. It makes it look a little bit nicer. We have that second shape from our set here. So happy together. Again, I have 2 in case I mess up. I had this scrap. It was actually this scrap left over from the first card that we did. Right, from this piece actually. And it had the lagoon on it that matched, and so because that was right there, I was like, oh, this is a perfect monochromatic card. So I just cut it in half, used that as our band. And this piece, it's all one piece. Somehow it's on here. Anyway, they may have gotten mixed, so it probably was this way, but that's okay, because the back side, it's an ombre from a lighter to a darker, and where I cut it, right, so I thought, hey, that is perfect. So we have a perfect monochromatic card for a birthday, and easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? All right, let's tell you what we're using for a stamp. We are using just one single stamp set on this card. I know, it's not something I do very often. Another candle, and we're using the sentiment and the candles and the cake. So obviously you could go with happy birthday, eat more cake, it's your birthday, right? Actually, you know what? I think I might change it to it's your birthday, just to have a little bit of variety. Okay. Oh, and we need to bring this in because we're doing some generation stamping here. Alright, so we're not going to use this one. This one is the another. And Lagoon ink, of course, to go with our Lagoon everything else. So I'm going to stamp this in the center on the right hand side. Full strength ink. Okay, simple step number 1. And then we are going to take our cake image, and the way I figured out how I wanted to do this is I went ahead and I just inked it up, and I stamped once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And so what I am going to do is I am going to do 3rd generation, I believe it was. Maybe actually it looks like 2nd generation. So let's just go ahead and do a 2nd generation stamp. I didn't write my notes down, I don't know. And then I'm just going to have it come off the edge. So I may have done 3rd generation, but that's okay. Little changes are good. So now this piece is too long for our card, and that's okay, because I wanted to do easy, right? I'm trying to get things here so you guys can see it. So if we put, let's move things out of the way. If we put this here and we bring our piece in, it overlaps by a good 1/2 inch, right? So we're actually going to have that go under. And then our strip itself is actually going to come over. It's going to cover up both pieces. If I scoot this down, it's only going to cover up our goodies piece, like a 1/4 of the piece itself. So that is kind of what to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and keep a hold of this like this and bring this over here. And so we have this space to center our candles in. I am actually going to turn this. I'm going to make sure that everything is all covered in ink. And then just center this direction, right from the outside right edge, which with it being turned is top, and the edge where we have our band piece that's going to go over top. Okay, just like that. And our inside, we're going to do birthday cake. Nope, inside we're doing more candles. Our envelope, we're doing birthday cake. That's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it. There's not a whole lot of fixing to do on that one. Candles. And then if we wanted to, which I didn't on the first card, but we 100% could, there's a line in here that says eat more cake. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside. Long enough? Oh, just barely. Oh, I can't decide if I like it over here or up in the top. Let's do up in the top. You tell me, leave me a comment. Would you have done where I did, or would you have done it kind of in the center? Okay, and now it's time to assemble. Look at how fast these cards are, you guys. It's crazy.
Hello.
Hello, I'm doing a video. 1 second. I am doing a video right now.
Oh.
I'm alive, so
Okay.
give me just a few if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Awesome. All right, so we're gluing things down. Here we go. Attaching pieces here. That has to come off anyway. So And if you watch my videos, you know I use a lot of foam tape. I don't want anything falling off anywhere. All right, gluing. So these pieces are just centered on the edges, and then again the same for the other piece. And this one, of course, you want to make sure to line it up. As best you can. Like, that seam is actually going to be covered up, but you still want to make it look good. Alright, and like I said, we are covering that seam. Okay. Now, put this inside. And add our sentiment. You're all good, Cody. I appreciate you being quiet. You don't have to be silent, but thank you for being quiet.
The rubber bands.
Yeah. All right. And there you go. Card number 2 is done. Easy peasy. Last but not least, but also super simple, is this. I told you I loved that card, that paper. So, and of course, it's been a while since I've done a coffee card, so got to do a coffee card. I don't think this is a 3 1/4 by 12, which I told you. Sorry, going backwards here just a little bit, and this piece is cut at 5 1/2, so this is whatever is left. All right, card base and envelope. Our inside piece. Can you guess? 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. 3 1/4 by 5. This is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Oh, this is not 3 1/4. This is 3 1/2 by 5. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. This is left over from the first card. This one. Okay, and then we have the oval thin cut from the Cosette card making. Not using any stamps from that, just thin cut. And then the whole latte love stamp set. So I have most everything already stamped and ready to go. So this card is going to be even faster than the rest of them. So stamp our sentiment. You mocha me smile. Envelope, we have the coffee cup again, and have it just off the edge just a little bit. And then the inside of the card, we're going to go off the edge but down. And that is Miss Calliope that you can probably hear. No, that's okay. I am not complaining. All right, now we're ready to, almost ready to go. Let's cut this out super quick. And I cut a whole bunch of hearts out because I couldn't decide what color I wanted to go with the coffee cozy and the circles in the card, in the paper. And we're just gonna chop off this little lip right there because we're gluing this onto the piece that's stamped on White Daisy and already cut out. So it will be there already. So we don't need to do that fussy cutting. All right. So let's glue this. Right, and then glue that onto our coffee cup. And then we're going to use the brown gray blend, just the light, just to add a little bit of shading. Not even going to do any blending, just that tiny little bit. Just like that. All right, now let's finish gluing. You can do your papers any which way you would like. Let's do this. And this is 2 pieces of zip strip. They're just 3.5. And we're going to put them together like this to make it slightly larger. And you know, me and my washi. And she's like, you people need to hurry up. All right. Add our glue. And then we're going to cover this . Right, voila. More foam here. our cup on here like this. Oops. And then if we need to add any little stabilization on here, we'll do that now. And pull these off. So for these, all I did was take, so I did melon, raspberry, and picked raspberry distress oxide ink. And then just cut out some pieces. I think this one, yes. And that one, perfect. All right, where's my brand new glue? And voila, done. So let's move this stuff out of the way. Oh, you know what? We forgot to put our inside in. Let's do that super fast. And there is our third card. So card 3, card 2. Actually, let's do this a little bit better here. And card 1. I'll try to get them all on screen here for you guys. All right, there are our cards for today. And I think I gave sizes for everything. If you have any questions, let me know, and let me know which one is your favorite. Thanks guys so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye.